Welcome to Unusual Due Diligence. In the prior episode, I mentioned that I'd be taking a little time to explore the idea of deploying an NFT without OpenSea. All of this to better understand the appeal and the kind of problems that a place like OpenSea solves. So after digging through all sorts of different ways of minting an NFT, a picture began to emerge about why OpenSea and other online platforms are very attractive as a platform. In short, they take something fairly complicated and make it easy. So let's talk about these hard ways of getting the work done. In the description below of this video will be a link to the Etherscan address for my first ever deployed contract on Ethereum. On the screen now is the raw details of that contract. In addition, here is a display of the NFT that was minted from that contract. So let's talk a bit about how to do this, just in case you're wondering about how to do this yourself. And a fair word of warning, this is the hard way, and perhaps it works a little too well. You see, since the account I was using in testnet did not have any funds, and I was unable to get any of the faucets online to work, I did what any God-fearing shake would do, and just set the platform from test to live, also known as mainnet. And then in the process, I began to try publishing my new NFT code. Not long after, the contract deployed, and I was out a few dollars, about $50. Now, on the screen now is the result of that experiment where I've minted an NFT using the example framework provided by the OpenSea Git repo. Now, here's some things I learned along the way that I'll share with you today. First, broken faucets. Many of the Ethereum testnet faucets are simply broke. A faucet is important because it's how you access test Ethereum to test a deployed contract. Well, I can never quite get a testnet fully operational, so I swapped over to just doing it live. Second, I did look at Anchor's minting NFT example. There is one within the Anchor Unity SDK, and so I attempted to pull down the latest release of the Anchor Gaming SDK, but oddly enough, there's a lot of new projects added to that SDK, and on the initial take of using their SDK, I was unable to build the project. So I tried a different approach. And that was a strategy that I found I would have to repeat since last week, meaning almost all the tutorials I found online for minting an NFT by hand simply don't work. There's a large number of websites I discovered along the way that are either wrong, out of date, filled with ads, also wrong, and I've ended up on some weird channel. Welcome to Unusual Due Diligence. So this experiment isn't quite over. So here's the idea. I wanted a mechanism where fans of this channel might be able to participate in some way with the growth of the channel. I had a realization after digging through SEC filings related to AMP. That idea went like this, quote, "Hey, I could offer something like digital playing cards as NFTs to channel members, and then if those playing cards became collectibles, that might be very interesting. End quote. So that's where I'm currently exploring this idea of NFT as a solution for you to be part of this little special moment in time when a talking Milkshake provided unusual due diligence and showed you how he built it all up from the ground up. Make waves, my friend.